Dear student, today we will discuss the formation of pre-cell and the protocell, how the first cell came into existence. So this is discussed by O'Brien and Haldane theory of origin of life, which is also known as modern theory of origin of life. Now, A.I. O'Brien 1923 and J.B.S. Haldane 1928, they proposed chemosynthetic theory for the origin of life. Now, it states that the primitive life originated in water bodies on primitive Earth from the non living organic molecules such as RNA, protein, etc., by chemical evolution. Chemical evolution means the complex organic molecules formed from the simple inorganic substance through the series of chemical reactions about 4 billion years ago, that is in the Precambrian period after the formation of Earth. So, under the primitive conditions were reduced condition. Primitive condition, the atom were present in the ionic state. So, primitive condition, the temperature was very high, there was no oxygen, and the atmosphere was reduced, there was no water. Okay. So first the atom which were present, they were present in the ionic state and there were many free electrons in the environment. The carbon existed as dicarbon, nitrogen as nitride of metal, and other compounds such as carbon dioxide, cyanogen were all present. The inorganic molecule produced were ammonia, methane, steam after the gradual cooling of the earth. When the water formed from the steam, the primitive ocean formed in which the various organic molecules were present in the dissolved form. So, from the atom first, the inorganic compounds form, and from the organic compound, the simple organic compounds form, and the simple organic compound they polymerizes to form the complex organic compound by various chemical reactions. The next stage, that formation of non-living biological system occurs from the complex organic compound. The complex organic compound assembled in water as a colloidal aggregate in the form of droplet and isolated itself from the surroundings. So in the water itself a droplet is formed and which has separated itself from the surroundings. Such aggregate could take the substance in its surroundings. So these colloidal aggregate which formed, they were capable of taking the substance from their surroundings and they were named as coadjuvates by A.I. O'Brien. O'Brien suggested that although these molecules were not living but they behave like a biological system in ancient ocean, and later on these structure evolved to form first primitive cell. Ancient Ocean was the name which also known as prebiotic soup or primordial soup by JBS Haldane. So Haldane gave this term primitive ocean or prebiotic soup. According to him, the ocean consists of high amount of ammonia, methane, water in dissolved form. UV radiation, lightning, and volcanic eruption provided energy to convert these simple inorganic compound to the first organic compound. So, from where the energy was obtained, it was from the UV radiation, the volcanic eruptions, the lightning. The prebiotic soup was rich in nutrient and building blocks of life. So, the first form of life originated in water. Now it is very important to note that the O'Brien-Haldane theory should not be confused with the theory of abiogenesis. And according to the theory of abiogenesis, the life originated from non-living things in a spontaneous manner. This theory was supported by Van Helmont, who believed that the human sweat and wheat grain could give rise to organism. So this is different theory of abiogenesis, whereas the theory which is given by O'Brien and Haldane is the modern synthetic theory for the origin of life. Now, what are coacervates? They are insoluble colloidal aggregate of macromolecules such as protein, polysaccharide, which are surrounded by lipid membrane. They occur in the form of droplet. They are held together by hydrophobic interaction and overall possess electrical charge. These droplets are surrounded by the water film and they are named as microsphere by Sidney Fox and coacervate by O'Brien. They grow into the absorbing substance dissolve in the surrounding. They grow by absorbing substance dissolve in the surrounding water and divide by budding. But they were not known as living. Okay, and they were considered to be the first non-living pre-cell. Why they were not living? Because the lipid membrane was not bilayer, not outer membrane. The outer membrane actually was not present and they could not divide by themselves by replication of genetic material, you can say. And but they exhibited metabolism. Okay, so they were known as non-living, or you can say pre-cell. Now if you look at the next stage, what happens next? The formation of protobiont occur. Now they are the colloidal aggregate of inorganic and organic molecules surrounded by lipid bilayer membrane. They acquire the enzyme activity either from the protein or RNA. So it was the first catalytic activity come from the ribosome and not from the protein. So first enzyme was ribosome. Okay, and able to replicate their genetic material. So whatever genetic material was there, and initially the genetic material was RNA, and it is said that DNA is evolved from RNA. So since they are capable of doing replicating the RNA, they were able to absorb the substance from the surrounding and carried out the metabolism, and also able to release the products into the surrounding. So the coacervate, they were only taking in the substance. So they can carry out the reproduction, hence considered as protozoal or precursor of early life. Further, protobiont evolve into the primitive cell or prokaryotic cell. So who is the ancestor of prokaryotic cell? It is protobiont. And who is the ancestor of protobiont? It is the non-living coacervates. So this is what is the hierarchy of the cell. Now, what are ebiont? Often this term is used, ebiont, and this is actually hypothetical primordial life form. Okay, so this is what is given by the scientist and also considered as the chemical precursor to a living beings. It is known by protocell or pre-cell. So both way we can use ebiont. Coacervate got transformed into the primitive living system called protobiont, ebiont, protocell or pre-cell. Now if you look at the evolutionary hierarchy, or just to recap with, at the molecular level what happened, there were free atoms which form the inorganic molecules. The inorganic molecule combine and form the simple organic molecule. The simple organic molecule forms the more complex molecules, which are biomolecules, and they give rise to the first assembly called coacervate, and coacervate give rise to the first living cell called protobiont. And the protobiont has the free gene, that is the RNA, and it could catalyze the reaction, that is replication of RNA. So autotropism take place and the first primitive cell come into the play, which was anaerobic heterotroph. And then from the anaerobic heterotroph, the autotroph and heterotroph, they arise, or they were both aerobic and anaerobic. And autotroph first from the did the chemosynthesis, and they were anaerobic autotrophs, and these anaerobic autotrophs were there. And then some of the autotroph which can do the which can catalyze the reaction and release the oxygen, they were called aerobic autotrophs or photoautotrophs. So here comes the point, the evolution of oxygen in the environment. Now oxygen, how it played the role when photoautotroph started using water from the environment, oxygen was liberated in the environment, and the presence of free oxygen modified the earth environment in number of ways. That is, the oxygen used as the source of energy for oxidation of food, therefore more complex life form evolved. So once the respiration started, the more complex form of cell evolved, that is eukaryotic cell. The formation of ozone provided protection to the UV radiation. So ozone layer comes into the play after the oxygen has released in the environment. So here you can see the full recap. Here you can see this is chemogenital, from free atom to coiservate, abiotic evolution. Okay, chemical evolution, which is also known as chemogeny. And then from the protobiont to the first primitive cell is biogeny, that is the biotic evolution. And this is the first form of the cell. So this is how the evolution hierarchy explains how the life originated from the non-living, that is from the atom till the cell. So this is all in this video. Thank you.